February 6th, Leviticus 16, 17, and 18. Leviticus 16. And Yah spoke to Moshe after the death of the two sons of Aharon, as they drew near before Yah and died. And Yah said to Moshe, Speak to Aharon your brother, not to come in at all times to the set-apart place inside the veil, before the lid of atonement which is on the ark, lest he die. Because I appear in the cloud above the lid of atonement. With this Aharon should come into the set-apart place, with the blood of a young bull as a sin offering, and of a ram as an ascending offering. And he should put on the set-apart linen long shirt, with linen trousers on his flesh, and gird himself with a linen girdle, lest he be dressed, and be dressed with the linen turban. They are set-apart garments. And he shall bathe his body in water, and shall put them on. And from the congregation of the children of Israel, he takes 2 male goats as a sin offering, and 1 ram as an ascending offering. And Aharon shall bring the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and his house. And he shall take the 2 goats, and let them stand before Yah at the door of the tent of appointment. And Aharon shall cast lots for the 2 goats, 1 lot for Yah, and the other lot for Azazel. And Aharon shall bring the goat on which the lot for Yah fell, and shall prepare it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot for Azazel fell is caused to stand alive before Yah, to make atonement upon it, to send it into the wilderness to Azazel. I want to mainly just read the word, but this is where we get the term scapegoat from. Sorry, I want to just read the word and not do commentary, but I have wanted to put that in there. And Aharon shall bring the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall slay the bull as the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall take a fire holder filled with burning coals of fire from the slaughter place before Yah, and with his hands filled with sweet incense, beaten fine, he shall bring it inside the veil. And he shall put the incense on the fire before Yah, and the cloud of incense shall cover the lid of atonement, which is on the witness, lest he die. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it with his finger on the lid of atonement on the east side. Also in front of the lid of atonement he sprinkles some of the blood with his finger 7 times. And he shall slay the goat of the sin offering, which is for the people, and shall bring its blood inside the veil, and shall do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it on the lid of atonement, and it in front of the lid of atonement. And he shall make atonement for the set-apart place, because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, because of their transgressions in all their sins. Also he does for the tent of appointment, which is dwelling with them in the midst of their uncleanness. And no man should be in the tent of appointment when he goes in to make atonement in the set-apart place, until he comes out. And he shall make atonement for himself, and for his household, and for all the assembly of Israel. And he shall go out to the slaughter place that is before Yah, and make atonement for it. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull, and put some of the blood of the goat, and put it on, and some of the blood of the goat, and put it on the horns of the slaughter place all around. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his fingers 7 times, and cleanse it, and set it apart from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And when he has finished atoning for the set-apart place, and the tent of appointment, and the slaughter place, he shall bring the live goat. Then Aharon shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, and shall confess over it all the crookedness of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions in their sins, and shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a fit man. And the goat shall bear on itself all their crookedness to a land cut off. Thus he shall send the goat away into the wilderness. Aharon shall then come into the tent of appointment, and shall take off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the set apart place, and shall leave them there. And he shall bathe his body in water in the set apart place, and shall put on his garments, and shall come out and prepare his ascending offering, and the ascending offering of the people, and make an atonement for himself and for the people, and burn the fat of the sin offering on the slaughter place. And he who sent away the goat to Azazel washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in water, and afterward he comes into the camp. And the bull for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the set apart place, is brought outside the camp, and they shall burn their skins and their flesh and their dung with fire. And he who burns them washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in water, and afterward he comes into the camp. And this shall be for you a law forever. In the 7th new moon, on the 10th day of the new moon, you afflict your beings, and do no work, the native or the stranger who sojourns among you. For on that day he makes atonement for you, to cleanse you, to be clean from all your sins before Yah. It is a Sabbath of rest for you, and you shall afflict your beings, a law forever. Usually, afflict your beings means fast. And the priest who is anointed and ordained to serve as priest in his father's house shall make atonement, and shall put on the linen garments and the set apart garments. And he shall make atonement for the most set apart place, and make atonement for the tent of appointment, and for the slaughter place, and make atonement for the priests, and for all the people of the assembly. And this shall be for you a law forever, to make atonement for the children of Israel, for all their sins once a year. And he did as Yah commanded Moshe. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aharon, to his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, This is the word which Yah has commanded, saying, Any man from the house of Israel who slays a bull, or lamb, or goat in the camp, who slays it outside the camp, and does not bring it to the door of the tent of appointment to bring an offering to Yah before the dwelling place of Yah, blood guilt is reckoned to that man. He has shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people, in order that the children of Israel bring their slaughterings which they slaughter in the open field. And they shall bring them to Yah at the door of the tent of appointment, to the priest, and slaughter them as slaughterings of peace offerings to Yah. And the priest shall sprinkle the blood on the slaughter place of Yah at the door of the tent of appointment, and shall burn the fat for a sweet fragrance to Yah. Let them no longer slaughter their slaughterings to demons, after whom they whored. This is a law forever for them throughout their generations. And say to them, Any man of the house of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn among you, who offers an ascending offering or slaughtering, and does not bring it to the door of the tent of appointment, to do it to Yah, that man should be cut off from among his people. And any man of the house of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn among you, who eats any blood, I shall set my face against that being who eats blood, and shall cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the slaughter place to make atonement for your lives. For it is the blood that makes atonement for the life. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, No being among you eats blood, nor does any stranger who sojourns among you eat blood. And any man from the children of Israel, or from the strangers who sojourn among you, who hunts and catches any beast or bird which is eaten, shall pour out its blood and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh. Its blood is for its life. And I said to the children of Israel, Do not eat the blood of any flesh. For the life of all flesh is its blood. Anyone eating it is cut off. And any being who eats a carcass, or what was torn by a beast, be he a native or a stranger, he shall wash his garments and bathe in water, and shall be unclean until evening. Then he shall be clean. If he does not wash or bathe his body, then he shall bear his crookedness. Leviticus 18. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, I am Yah, your Elohim. Do not do as they do in the land of Mitzrayim, where you dwelt. And do not do as they do in the land of Canaan, where I am bringing you. And do not walk in their laws. Do my right rulings and guard my laws, to walk in them. I am Yah, your Elohim. And you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which a man does and lives by them. I am Yah. No one is to approach anyone of his own flesh to uncover his nakedness. I am Yah. The nakedness of your father or the nakedness of your mother you do not uncover. She is your mother. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife you do not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or elsewhere, their nakedness you do not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter, or your daughter's daughter, their nakedness you do not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, brought forth by your father, she is your sister. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's sister you do not uncover. She is your father's flesh. The nakedness of your mother's sister you do not uncover, for she is your mother's flesh. The nakedness of your father's brother you do not uncover. You do not approach his wife. She is your aunt. The nakedness of your daughter-in-law you do not uncover. She is your son's wife. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your brother's wife you do not uncover. It is your brother's nakedness. The nakedness of a woman and her daughter you do not uncover, nor do you take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are her relatives. It is wickedness. And do not take a woman as a rival to her sister, to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. And do not approach a woman to uncover her nakedness in her monthly separation of uncleanness. And do not have intercourse with the wife of your neighbor to defile yourself with her. And do not give any of your offspring to pass through to Molech, and do not profane the name of Elohim. I am Yah. And do not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination. And do not have intercourse with any beast, to defile yourself with it. And a woman does not stand before a beast to mate with it. It is a perversion. Do not defile yourself with all these, for by all these the nations are defiled, which I am driving out before you. Thus the land became defiled. Therefore I punished it for its crookedness, and the land vomited out its inhabitants. But you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, and not do any of these abominations, the native or stranger who sojourns among you. Because the men of the land who are before you have done all these abominations, thus the land became defiled. So let not the land vomit you out for defiling it, as it vomited out the nations that were before you. For whoever does any of these abominations, these beings whom do them shall be cut off from among their people. And you shall guard my charge, so as not to do any of these abominable laws which are done before you, so as not to defile yourselves by them. I am Yah, your Elohim.